I'm holding in my hand the leaked OGL 1.1. GameMasters here, and I cannot endorse this document. I'm sure that by the end of today it will have spread like wildfire, and I'll tell you right off the bat, I'm never going to agree to it. I can only hope that it's a fabrication, and that we'll all be having a great laugh as how someone just kind of tricked the Dungeons & Dragons creator community. Several videos back, sometime back in September, I presented my idea of my main bad guy, an evil sorcerer named Grain. And this guy has been the big bad evil guy in my campaign world going all the way back to the 90s. Across that span of time, he's created many twisted magic items and just creates havoc with the players. I asked if anyone would be interested in seeing those magic items, many of which were formatted for the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons edition of the game. But several people did show interest in those items, and it gave me reason to expand my campaign world to you guys and update those items to 5th edition. So I began putting together a Kickstarter. By the end of October, I had nearly 150 or so pages complete, with many more to go. However, once rumors started spreading about this OGL update, I really kind of started to slow things down. There is no way in hell I'm going to support this document just for Wizards to be able to take my concept. As it states, you own the new and original content you create. You agree to give us a non-exclusive, perpetual, irrevocable, worldwide, sub-licensable, royalty-free license to use that content for any purpose. Great. I own what I create, but if I agree to 1.1, then Wizards now has the right to do whatever they want with it. And they justify this by saying, sometimes great minds think alike. We can't and won't cancel products out of fear that they've been seen as similar to licensed works. Sometimes big corporations steal small guys' work and pass it off as their own. Take a look at the dice coasters they just sent out to some influencers versus what C4 Labs has been putting out for a long time. Those look ripped off to me, but it's all okay because great minds, right? Maybe I'm just stupid, or maybe I'm in great denial, but this entire document reads as if someone who thinks they know law wrote it. Like, perhaps they sat down and watched a lot of Judge Judy episodes or several seasons of Law and Order and slapped some words together. But like I said, maybe I'm in denial, but I have a hard time seeing that this document as being legitimate. I don't see it being legitimately from Wizards of the Coast. It's full of non-legal terms, but it's attempting to be a legal document. For example, it also states, commercial distribution is any distribution you get paid for in any form. Money, crypto, barter, your brother doing your chores for a week, whatever. Now, that's not legal terms. Now, given that's a Wizards comment under the legalese, but that type of stuff is generally not included in a legally binding document. A friend of mine explained it like this. It looks like they're trying to downplay the ramifications of you signing and agreeing to this document. But here's the big major rub. Because this thing is chock full of scary legal terms and phrases, such as waiver of jury trial and governing law jurisdiction class action waiver, and no waiver of rights, and entire agreement and disclaimer of reliance. Listen, I'm not an attorney. Yeah, I can read and comprehend what that stuff means, but when this document says, this agreement and all matters relating to its interpretation and enforcement will be governed by the laws of the state of Washington, and any disputes arising out of or relating to this agreement will be resolved solely and exclusively through individual litigation, and each party hereto irrevocably waives the right to participate in any class, collective, or other joint action with respect to such a dispute. You consent to exclusive jurisdiction and venue of the federal and state courts located in King County, Washington, for the resolution of any dispute arising out of this or relating to this agreement. Listen, I can't cruise my ass to Washington State to resolve a matter that Wizards has made so convoluted to begin with. This document it's crazy. So as a would-be creator, what's my alternative? I'd still love to push out my concept for Grain. I'd love nothing more than to create something and make a little money doing it. But I can't and won't do it in alliance or connection with this OGL. It wouldn't be super hard for me to convert and create something that is apart from Dungeons & Dragons, something that would be void of mechanics and terms that Wizards of the Coast paints in this document, something that could easily be dropped into any other fantasy-based role-playing system. In essence, it would be a book of generic spells, generic items, situations, and generic scenarios. It'll take me a bit longer to create, but I think it's doable. The final word I have to say about this open gaming license, it's this. I'm not going to endorse it. I'm not going to be a part of it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Have you had a chance to read that document yet? What's the most goofiest part of it? Again, let me know in the comments, and until next our paths cross, please stay sane and don't let this OGL put an unnecessary weight on your mind, and guys, just play on.